have to find Jack! There's only 365 days left till next Halloween!
364!
Spooks, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how you can achieve this Mayor from the Nightmare Before Christmas inspired makeup look. To be quite frank with you guys, the entire inspiration for this look was from the scene I recreated in the very beginning of this video, because in my opinion, this is the kind of makeup look that can only be posted on November 1st, because it is literally when that scene is taking place. So I felt guilty if I were to post this any other time during the month. That just does not seem right to me. And this was actually supposed to be the very last makeup tutorial I was going to post for my 2018 Halloween season, but because I am a little bit behind, I'm just posting it now because otherwise it would bother me if it was not on today. I might as well reschedule it for next year, and I'm too stubborn for that. So I'm going to go ahead and post this now, and then there's going to be 5 more makeup tutorials that I'm going to be posting after this. So once again, thank you guys so much for being patient with me. I'm so excited to be getting these out, and I'm absolutely loving how they're turning out. So it's kind of like we're carrying the Halloween season into the Christmas season. Also, before anyone says anything, I am wearing like a mini top hat. You just can't see it because I have dark hair and it's a dark background, and there's not enough room in the frame, so I apologize, but there's your proof, my friend. I'm absolutely in love with how this turned out. I definitely wanted to do more of a glam beauty Halloween look inspired by the Mayor, just because if I were to do the real thing, I probably would have done what most people do, and that's when you paint a lampshade, or I would have done like some weird face paint or something like that, which would still be cool, but I thought it'd be kind of fun to pull in some more beauty makeup and definitely make something that's a little bit more wearable, but still really fun and definitely a little bit more creative. It reminds me a lot of the Kingdom Hearts Nightmare Before Christmas makeup look I did last year, which I'm absolutely obsessed with. So in my mind, these two looks were kind of paralleled, where it's a, you know, beauty and creative makeup kind of mixed together, having a baby, and it's just a lot of spoopy fun. This look in particular does kind of heavily rely on the contact lenses, so I'm going to be linking them down below, but just so you guys know, if you don't have the contact lenses, or maybe don't have enough time to order them, you can still do this look, but just pull aspects from the contact lenses onto your beauty makeup to help incorporate that. So for example, the spiral eye, you can kind of create a spiral on the beauty makeup or around the eye, and same thing with the black, you can use darker eyeshadows instead of the neutral. It's just, this is a look that is so much fun to get creative with and kind of do whatever you want. But anyways, thank you guys so much for stopping by. It really means a lot to me. So with all of that being said, if you're interested in seeing how you can achieve this Mayor inspired makeup look, then just keep watching. Hey guys, so to start off, I'm just going to be taking my Boca Bunny Beauty Fringe Benefit Primer and applying that all over my face so we have a nice base for our foundation. I'm then going to be taking my Tarte Rainforest of the Sea foundation in light neutral and applying that all over my face with my large Morphe E6 buffing brush. I'm then going to be taking my ColourPop No Filter Concealer in number 14 and applying that to the areas that I like to highlight, before remembering that I actually like to do cream contour first, just so that way the contour isn't too overpowering. So I'm just going to apply that in the areas I would normally want to deepen or add more of a shadow, before jumping right back over to my concealer again, just to continue highlighting the rest of my face, before leaving that to set while I fill in my eyebrows, coming back and blending that out with my ColourPop F5 small fluffy brush. Once you're done doing that, you want to go ahead and set that with your translucent powder of choice. I'm currently using my Airspun translucent powder. Then we're going to be moving on to eyeshadow. So I'm going to be taking my Smashbox 24-hour photo finish primer and priming my lids before we move on to the eyeshadows themselves. I'm going to be going into my Morphe Jaclyn Hill eyeshadow palette, taking this highlight color, and we're just going to be applying that to our brow bone on both of our eyebrows, because that is going to be one of the similar traits. Before we move on to our right eye, I'm going to be taking this light transition color and just applying that into the crease. And once again, you want to make sure to blend as you go so you don't have any harsh lines. I'm then going to be going in with this darker neutral color and applying that into the crease as well, and also applying that into the outer corner, once again making sure to blend this out before topping it off with this dark maroon color. This is really going to help add a little bit more of a burgundy color to this eye look. Hopping over to the spiral eye, I'm going to be going into my Lorac Mega Pro 3 palette, taking Mist and applying that into the crease. I'm definitely going for a smokier eye over here, and then we're going to be going into Vintage and applying that into the crease as well. You're also going to want to go ahead and go into Jet Black and apply that into the outer crease, and you definitely want to start slow with this color only because black is a really easy color to add way too much pigment and you end up looking like a raccoon. So just take your time with the black eyeshadows because they're scary. We're then going to be creating a cut crease by taking our ColourPop No Filter Concealer in white and taking a flat brush. You just want to slowly apply that to the inner corner of your lid and then bring it outwards. I highly recommend doing tapping motions. I find that helps create a straighter line than just trying to drag it, because obviously this can be a little bit difficult without patience. Now we're going to be blending the original eyeshadows back into the cut crease, so I'm going to be going back into Mist and Jet Black and applying that right over the same areas I had them before. This is just really going to help make the cut crease look a little bit more natural and like it is intended to be there, as opposed to it just messily laying on top. And as you can see, I did the exact same thing to the other eye as well, just going over the exact same steps as before to help blend this in. We're then going to be going into this rose gold metallic eyeshadow and applying that right onto all of the white areas that we had our cut crease on our bronze brown eye. And then we're going to be taking the highlight color that we used on our brow bone and just applying that on the silver eye as well. And thankfully, we got out of that situation alive. Now we're going to be moving on to eyeliner. I'm going to be taking my NYX Epic Ink Liner and creating a nice sharp winged eye on both eyes. This is really going to help kind of create the continuity between the eyes so they're not too different, before moving on to brushing away the excess translucent powder so we can move on to the lower lash line. For the bronze eye, I'm just going to be taking this darker neutral color and applying that all over the lower lash line before deepening it up in the outer corner with this burgundy color. As for the spiral eye, we're going to be going into Mist, applying that all over the lower lash line before taking Jet Black and just applying that on the outer corner. Then for both of them, we're going to be going back into the highlight color and just popping that in to the inner corner of the eye just to add a nice highlight and help brighten those eyes. I'm then going to be taking my Maybelline Lasting Drama eyeliner in Sleek Black and applying this to my lower waterline. I'm then going to be taking my Too Faced Cocoa Contour palette, taking medium and dark cocoa, and applying this to all of the areas that we contoured earlier with the cream contour. Not only is this going to help set the cream contour, but this is also going to add more definition to that previous contour. I'm also going to be adding a little bit more of a lively color contour by taking my Physicians Formula Butter Blush in Plum Rose and applying that to the same areas that we contoured, and also taking my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer and just applying that over the same areas as well, just to add more warmth. We're then going to be going into our Smashbox blush palette, taking True Coral on a small eyeshadow brush, and you're going to be building up that color in circular shapes up by your temples, and then you're also going to be taking this True Pink Berry and just blending that down to your cheeks a little bit, because we're going to be replicating his intense blushy cheeks that the mayor has. I'm then going to be taking my Bite lipstick in Rhubarb and just lightly applying that all over my lips and making sure to blot that, because we want this to be a nice wash of color, before I changed my mind and decided to add a little bit of my ColourPop Lippy Sticks in Julep right over top. Found out that was a little too intense, so I tried taking my NYX Liquid Suede in Stone Fox and just applying that in the center of the lip just to kind of add a little bit more dimension, before finding out that this was nothing like I wanted, and taking my NYX Slip Tease Lip Lacquer in Camel and applying that right over top so we can get that nice orangey color. I wish I could say this was the only step you needed to do. It probably is, but I had so many steps in between, it's a mystery at this point. I'm darkening the edges with a little bit of black eyeshadow before moving on to eyelashes. I'm going to be prepping them by curling them before taking my Tarte Lights Caramel Lashes mascara and just sweeping that through my eyelashes as you normally would. We're then going to be setting our face with our Morphe Continuous Setting Mist before moving on to false eyelashes. I'm taking my Kiss Brassiere eyelashes and just applying that right on my lash line, making sure to blend my fake lashes to my natural lashes by pinching them together. Then we're going to be moving on to highlight. I'm going to be taking my BH Cosmetics Spotlight Highlight Kit in Ethereal and just applying that to my cheekbones just to add a nice glow. Moving on to the little bit of body paint that this look has, we're going to be taking our Mayor on Paradise paint in black, and we're going to be creating the Black Widow that the mayor has on his shirt. It's almost kind of like his version of a tie, kind of like how Jack has his little bow tie going on. So we're just going to be sketching out a giant booty creating a head. And this spider only has 6 legs, so that's fun stuff. And so you're going to go ahead and draw 2, and then the front 2 are going to be coming down your chest, and then you're going to go ahead and go into your Graftobian Pro Paint and Red Crimson, create that nice little hourglass shape on his booty before going back in with your black body paint and filling in the rest of the spider. Taking your Mare on Paradise paint in white, we're now going to be adding a few highlights. So I'm going to be creating a giant highlight right by his hourglass, and then we're going to be adding tiny highlights around the shape of his body and also along his legs, just to help make him look more three-dimensional. Speaking of making him look three-dimensional, you want to create shadows under his legs, so I'm just going to be taking some brown eyeshadows from my Jaclyn Hill eyeshadow palette and just creating those nice shadows with a separation of skin between the shadow and the spider, just to help make it look more realistic. Next, I'm going to be taking my NYX Crystal Liners in Crystal Silk and just applying that on my bronze eye in Crystal Silver and applying that onto the silver eye. And that is the completed look. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a comment down below if you'd like to see next. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel so you can see more of my videos. Don't forget to check out my Halloween playlist because I have so many fun tutorials there. Anyways, with all that being said, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!